What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday. This will be a little mixture of all the bowl games. This will be a mixture of all the bowl games of not necessarily the picks and predictions. We're gonna do that a different day. So the night's still young. We'll probably do them next week. But this is also discussion of what my initial thoughts on the 12-team playoff. I have the 12-team playoff right here on the screen. Right after I was gonna make a video right away. But then I got really busy yesterday. I watched the outcomes, had to make lunch, and then I got hit up to go on hikes and stuff with the friends. So I was like, guess I'll make content tomorrow. So we're just gonna make this video today and what my initial thoughts of the 12-team playoff are. If you like to see me do live reactions or live post reactions, so kind of like I record myself with live reaction, please let me know in the comments if you like that kind of content. Then maybe I'll set up a camera while I watch these kind of events unfold. Same with the games. If you want to see live ending reactions to all of these types of games, bowl games, first round, quarterfinals, semifinals, national championship, please let me know in the comment. I might try it out, see how it goes, see if it gets any traction. But as of right now, I do not do that as of late. But anyway, so moving on to the 12-team bracket. What is my opinions? I guess I was mostly correct. I had all the same teams. All the same teams were correct. There was no team that was on this list that I didn't have on mine. 1 through 4 was correct. I think the only surprise to me was Notre Dame not being 5, and instead they got pushed back to 7, which fine. It's fine. If Notre Dame was 5, then Penn State would have to play Indiana, and it would just been another rematch. It was kind of been boring. I know the committee doesn't do it like that, but in my mind, just looking at them Notre Dame was 5. Then Texas would be 6. Then Penn State would be 7 against Indiana. And we don't really want to see another Big Ten on Big Ten matchup. We kind of want to see different teams play different teams. I think the Ohio State game, if Ohio State wins, they have that rematch that they've been longing for. Other than that, there's not really any rematches on this list because Texas and Georgia are destined to play in the championship. Ohio State and Indiana could play in the championship. Penn State could get that rematch against either Oregon or Ohio State, which I think would be really fun and enjoyable to see. Other than that, you're probably listening and probably going, well, you're not talking about SMU, Alabama yet. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I wanted SMU to get in because I just felt like they were a team that went undefeated in conference. Yeah, they lost to BYU, and then they lost to Clemson. Clemson's not the best team, but I do think that I don't like these weren't the most deserving because it gets bad connotation by other people. It's more of a personal preference. Alabama is a team that could have been in if they just handle business. There's a reason they have 3 losses. Yeah, they've beaten good teams, but they've also lost to really bad teams. So there's kind of a give and take. Yeah, you can pull up the record, and be we beat Georgia, we beat Tennessee, etc., etc. But then you can also go, but you also lost to Vandy. You also lost to Oklahoma. And it was not even just a close loss to Oklahoma. It was a bad loss to Oklahoma. But that's my opinion. I think SMU was the team that I chose to be in the 12 team. And that's not because I'm a Bama hater. It's just, if Bama didn't lose to Oklahoma, I would have left it be. Yeah, they lost to Vandy. Funny. But, Notre Dame lost to Illinois, and I'm not really harping about them. Moving on to the bowl games. Yeah, there's a lot of ads on this website. But moving on to the bowl games, I couldn't really find a better website that was that really showed them pictures and stuff. Bowl games at this point are not the most liked thing. A lot of big time YouTubers or even sports analysts, they don't really talk about bowl games unless they're paid to do so. But bowl games to me are still something to more practice. I think it's fun. I've always liked bowl games. I don't think they necessarily mean much of anything as they used to be because now that there's a 12-team playoff, before, the national championship game was against 1 and 2, but the other BCS bowl games were essentially a national championship for the people that couldn't quite stay undefeated because essentially the national championship almost went to only undefeated teams. Every once in a while there'll be another one-loss team that snuck its way in. But you got the Rose Bowl with the Big Ten and the Pac-12. Sugar Bowl was ACC, SEC, I think. I don't really remember exactly. The Big 12 played another team, but other than that, the BCS bowl games were the national title of those conferences, and then the 14 came out. Then those bowl games started becoming more and more relevant, and everyone started caring more and more about the playoffs. Now they expanded the playoffs to 12 teams, so now the bowl games are worse than ever when it comes to like who really cares. And then teams are the transfer portal. People are leaving before those bowl games even happen. Coaches leave before the bowl games even happen. UNLV's coach just left before the bowl game even happened. Notre Dame's coach left a long time ago. They went to, I think they went to Florida State or LSU. But I digress. Teams leave, teams change, and that's why I don't really see bowl games as like that big of a deal. Like other analysts will be like, oh, Florida State last year, they were undefeated, and then they complain about the 4 team. Then their fan base started complaining and hipping and hollering. I'm not a fan of Florida State, but I was definitely one of those people who were like, what the heck was that, undefeated Florida State? And the reasoning was their QB got injured. I'm like, that's crap. There's like 21 other players on the field. But then all their good players left for the draft, for the transfer portal, and then they go and get blown out by Georgia. People are like, oh, see, told you they shouldn't have been in the playoffs. I'm like, first off, they lost like 15 players, like starters, to other means. So that team was not good. There was no, what was that, dedication to the program, more of just like a team that was molded together with money and duct tape. But moving on to the bowl games. So bowl season starts. The Navy Army game isn't really a bowl game, but I definitely will make a pick and prediction for that. We'll have one this week, so please stay tuned for that one. But we're gonna do the complete bowl schedule right here. So host James here. I was reviewing the footage before, and I didn't really like it. It was kind of boring. So we're just gonna scroll through all of them. We're not gonna go name every game. We're not gonna name every team. That just takes too long. It's kind of boring. We're gonna lose retention. So we're just gonna scroll through. December 14th. Look at that. Look at all these bowl games. There's so many. And they're all going to be so entertaining that we're going to love them. Welcome to the channel. This is new to me. But yeah, this is all the bowl games. Then we end the bowl season with the Bahamas Bowl. Per usual, Liberty, Buffalo. Boom. That's going to be it for this video. If you like what you kind of see, peace.